For 43 years, she hid a secret under her clothes, which was revealed only after many years.
Welcome to Viral Stories, secrets, facts, and strange stories from around the world. If you find yourself amazed at what some of our fellow humans and animals can do, this is the place for you. This is a channel you're going to want to tell your friends about. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified of our new uploads. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy Viral Stories.
The story of a woman who we will be talking about today flashed around the world for a few days. People all over the world would refuse to believe that something like this was possible. While some considered her decision to be wrong, to say the least, others called her a real hero. But either way, when people got to know her story, they couldn't remain indifferent. We all communicate with a certain amount of people in our day-to-day lives, including colleagues at work or even a shopkeeper. When you see a person every day for many years, it's unlikely that you can imagine that, for example, your colleague, who has been working with you for years, is not who they claim to be. And only after some time you realize that that man who carries heavy stuff and works just like anyone else is not a man at all. Surprised? The citizens of Egypt were surprised too, when the story of a 69-year-old shoe shiner made the news. Now, Siza Abu Daouk is a citizen of the town Luxor, quite a famous person who lives in a small house without water supply or sewage. However, just like most Egyptian citizens, her story began when she married a young man at the age of 16 and got pregnant. It was love at first sight, and there were no signs of trouble. Her husband was working and was bringing home money, while Siza was taking care of her health and expecting a child with anticipation. But a few months before the birth of her child, a horrible tragedy occurred. Her husband passed away from a mysterious disease. As a consequence, the pregnant woman had lost a source of income, having lost her husband and managed to survive in her savings for some time and gave birth to a healthy little girl. After giving birth, she decided to find a job to provide for herself and her daughter, but everything was worse than it seemed to be. It was difficult to find a job because of local traditions, according to which a woman had nothing to do in a job. Wherever she went, looking for some kind of work opportunity, she would always hear a no. Only men were allowed to work in her region. The woman's responsibility was maintaining the home. 16-year-old Siza was in despair, and while looking at her baby, who simply needed food, she had decided to become a man, if only men are allowed to work. This decision forced her to dress like a man, leave housekeeping duties to make money and support her baby girl. Someone might say that this is impossible, but Siza tried her best to act like a man, and soon she had already cut her hair short and started acting like them. After some time, she even learned how to change her voice. And finally, she became a man, at least appearance-wise. She had only one goal: to get a job that she desperately wanted. Every day, she put on a jalabiya, a traditional man's garment in African countries. She wore a turban and put on men's shoes. She tightly wrapped her chest even though it was highly undesirable for the nursing mother. Siza traveled to a neighboring town for work, where nobody suspected that she was a woman. The hardworking mother worked tirelessly and didn't look for easy jobs. At first, she was a builder and together with men, carried blocks and mixed cement. Then she worked in the field along strong men from day till night, plowing crops in the sun. Lately, she has been working as a shoe shiner in the train station of her native town, Luxor. Despite the fact that she got paid less than $1 a day for hard work, it didn't prevent her from bringing up her lovely daughter. More than 40 years have passed and no one would ever guess that this man is a woman. Her daughter, Huda, is all grown up now and has now been married for a long time. She has had 5 children, but there was a tragedy in her family too. Huda's husband has been providing for the family and they had a good life, but around 40 years old, he also fell ill and had to stop working. And it so happened that Siza once again had to take care of the financial matters. The 69-year-old woman gets up at 6 a.m. every morning to head to the train station. Her daughter Huda brings her all the necessary tools and returns home to children. A few years back, regular clients of the shoe shiner at the train station began noticing that something was suspicious about this man. To have regular clients, you need to engage in conversation with them. One way or another, they figured out that it was a woman. They started bullying the woman and even chased her away, because sadly in their culture, it's a bad thing to do. She even had to leave town for some time to escape weird looks and curses. And perhaps she had to run away her entire life. But journalists found out about this occurrence. A group of journalists came to film a reportage about a woman who pretended to be a man for 43 years and were shocked to hear what the locals had to say, who had no clue that a woman was living next to them. They were close and at the time asked for help and landed a helping hand, but all this time they were convinced that she was a man. Siza even built the house she is living in now. When the Egyptian government found out about the story of a brave and selfless mother, they have decided to give her an award for perfect motherhood that allowed her to receive certain fees and pension. This story was broadcasted on national television and it touched millions of hearts, so she was given the title Mother of the Year. Our heroine still works as a shoe shiner at the train station, but once the whole country found out about her, people's attitudes have changed. Many regular clients who pay good money for her services. Passersby treat her with respect and try to help her in every way possible, because even some men can't handle what this fragile woman has been through. And all of this was out of love for her daughter. She managed not only to bring her up and provide for her family, but to become a hero for the whole country. And perhaps she is the best example for men who sit at home and whine about their miserable lives and lack of job opportunities. That's it for today, guys. Leave a comment and let me know what you think about this amazing story. Give the video a thumbs up and see you soon.